यद्यप्येन च शुष्काय स्थाणवे ब्रूयात् जायेरन्ने वास्मिन् शाखा प्ररोहेयु पलाशानिति.
So this knowledge, when imparted even to a dry tree trunk, ensures that it sprouts branches and bears fresh leaves. This is the pronouncement of Chandogya Upanishad. Hence, before searching for that knowledge, we ought to look for its roots that we know as Vedas, because they are the very foundations of Indian thought and philosophy. Therefore, before visiting the Upanishads, we should try to understand the Vedas and the foundations of the 4 Purusharthas, the 4 Ashramas, and the 4 Varnas. Then as we gradually move on from Vedas to Upanishads, the veil of darkness dispels and the truth reveals itself.
Samaniva akuti samana hridayaniva samanamastu vo mano yathava susahasati.
May your resolves unite. May your hearts be one. Your thoughts be one, so that all of you live together happily as a family.
Attention! Beware, everyone! A great misfortune is going to befall us.
What is the matter, Hamir?
By the order of Emperor Aurangzeb, our beloved Dara Shikoh has been arrested. The Emperor's soldiers have chained him and are parading him at Chandni Chowk. Dara! Our beloved Dara! Oh, Dara! Shah Jahan's dearest Dara! What a shame! Oh, that he who should have graced the throne is being forced into coffin. Dara! Dara!
Tell me, Nazar Beg, did the people of Delhi enjoy our gift?
Your Majesty, Alamgir, it was good fun. Thousands of people thronged the streets of Delhi to watch the spectacle.
And tell His Majesty how all of them wept when they saw Dara.
All I want to know if Dara wept or not.
No, Your Majesty. He appeared completely cool and calm. God knows what sort of person is that bastard.
Your Majesty, what is significant is that as the column of soldiers advanced with your elder brother Dara Shikoh, people in the market started assaulting the soldiers.
You mean the soldiers stood around like buffoons?
No, Your Royal Highness. As soon as the Pathan soldiers prepared to retaliate,
Then?
the people of Chandni Chowk started pelting stones at them. Women flung mud and cow dung at them from the rooftops and poured pots of urine on the soldiers.
It's a revolt. A rebellion. Against me. Against the Mughal Empire. Against Almighty Allah. And they shall pay for it. Dara shall be punished for it. I thought he's my elder brother, so I wanted to honor him by keeping him in custody in a corner of the fort as I did with my father. But this is a rebellion.
There is only one way to quell this rebellion, and that is by killing. By killing Dara.
Go, Nazar Beg, and tell me how my elder brother was besieged in torment after hearing his death penalty. He has tortured me a lot. Now I want to see how he suffers in his final moments. Go and report to me that how he screamed, how his tears flowed, how he cried, pleaded, suffered the agony, and how he became restless upon seeing his death. Tell me everything.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Now all of you leave. Disperse.
Ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhautau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
My son, the one who thinks he can kill and the one who thinks he is going to die, both do not understand that neither does anyone kill, nor does anyone die. Neither is he ever born, nor does he ever die. He does not die. When body dies, just as a person wears new clothes after discarding old ones, in the same way this soul discards the old body and takes on a new one.
But how can you remain so calm at such a moment, Father? Here, death is staring both of us in the face. Yet you are so peaceful.
Death is the ultimate rest, my son. My mentor, the Venerable Miya Mir, was of a Sufi temperament. He used to say, the moment of death is that when one unites with the beloved, you are still young. If the Almighty grants you time, then you must study Vedas. You will then realize that dying does not imply being imprisoned in a coffin. It is the ultimate freedom.
You could have been a free man had you become the emperor.
Son, our life is like a drop of water. There were two possible destinies for my drop. Either it could have turned into a pearl and shone for a few days, or else this drop could have merged with the ocean forever. Now tell me, this insignificant tiny drop, which is having a chance to become a vast ocean, should it be happy or sad?
I beg your pardon, Prince. I'm a Hindu. But what prompted you to study the Vedas?
My grandfather Jahangir called Vedant the very basis of Sufi philosophy. But I was actually introduced to the Vedas and Upanishads by my mentor, Miya Mir.
अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। जला कर खुद नुमाई को भस्म तन पर लगाता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। न मर भूखा न रख रोजा, न जा मस्जिद न कर सिजदा। न मर भूखा न रख रोजा, न जा मस्जिद न कर सिजदा। वजू का तोड़ दे कूजा, शराबे शौक पीता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। न हो मुल्ला न हो बम्मन, दुई की छोड़ कर पूजा। न हो मुल्ला न हो बम्मन, दुई की छोड़ कर पूजा। हुक्म है शाह कलंदर का, अनल हक तू कहता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। जला कर खुद नुमाई को भस्म तन पर लगाता जा। अगर है शौक मिलने का तो हर दम लो लगाता जा। तो हर दौलो लगाता जा।
Shah Jahan's most beloved prince, the crown prince of the Mughal Empire. What does he seek from a fakir?
Most venerated Darwish, my great-grandfather Jalaluddin Akbar also used to go to Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti to pay his obeisance. Likewise, I have come to you.
He was truly a self-realized soul. But what do you seek from this poor man?
My great-grandfather used to say, one becomes an emperor if one is born in a royal family. But what is worth seeing, knowing and learning is the subject of poverty.
Then you have come to the right place, my son. Tell me, how can I be of any help to you?
Baba, you are a Muslim. You offer the namaz and still believe in other religions and faiths. Isn't this a contradiction?
There is no contradiction, dear prince. Nor does this imply any dual standards. Here is only one God. Everything shines with His effulgence. The same ocean is contained in each drop. You may call Him by any name, yet all tongues praise and hail Him only.
Wow. Wonderful. Aren't they paradoxical, different ideologies, religions, and principles? Are they all fallacious?
Go and study carefully the Talmud, the Bible, the Upanishads, and the Quran diligently. It will appear as if all the oceans are merging into one. In Persian, you may say, Majmua ul Behreen.
Wow. Brilliant. If you permit me, I would love to steal this name for the title of the book, which I am writing about the unity of Hindu and Islamic ideologies.
Can anyone steal from a fakir? First time I'm hearing this.
You are not a fakir. You own a treasure trove.
The greatest treasure trove is our culture, wherein we have gems like the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Puranas.
I completely agree with what you say. In fact, I'll go so far to say that just as the Holy Quran is God's commandment, in the same way these Vedas too are the words of the same God. Only the language differs.
Which is why it is important that these holy books should be translated into different languages.
Yes.
I've heard that you have written biographies of several Sufi saints.
Ah, yes. I have dared to try my hand at that. My sister Jahara has also written an account of Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti's life.
It would be quite wonderful if you could translate all the Upanishads into Persian. A new dimension would open up, not just for you, but for the entire world as well.
All right. I will surely do as you say.
Looks like the prince is quite pleased with his translation today.
And why shouldn't one be when one reads a poem which holds the secret of the truth? Translating the Upanishads into Persian is as delightful as a bout with a strong wrestler. It's another matter that one gets a good hammering off and on. Another reason for my happiness is that I have finally found the title of my book.
Oh, great. I have often thought about it. What will be the title of the Persian translation of the Upanishads?
Sirre Akbar.
Wow. Sirre Akbar, which means a great secret.
That's right. It includes my great-grandfather, Jalaluddin Akbar's pious name too, who always believed that no religion had an exclusive right to the truth.
He was truly Akbar, the Great One. He went all the way to Kashi to meet Goswami Tulsidas.
I wish I could also go to Kashi, Panditji. Vedas have so much which is beyond my comprehension.
कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में। मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में।
How lovely. The ghats here are so mesmerizingly beautiful, Panditji. As if someone has stacked rows upon rows of tazia. Wow. Wonderful. And now for a meeting with Baba Laaldaas, Panditji.
He has been intimated about your arrival.
Good.
मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे।
I have traveled a long way looking for you, Baba Laaldaas ji.
Tell me, how can I be of any service to you? Huh?
Baba, the prince has studied the Vedas and Upanishads in great detail. Still, many of his questions remain unanswered.
If you wish to find all the answers, you should go to a fool. The Vedas are meant to provide us the answers to our questions. Whether these questions are about life or society, even about philosophy, or they are related to spirituality, spanning single atom in nature to the entire universe. Nothing has escaped the purview of the Vedas. The literal meaning of the word Veda is knowledge, which encompasses the search for truth, knowing the truth, comprehending it and acquiring that knowledge. This knowledge is not ordinary knowledge. It is divine knowledge through which rishis attained enlightenment. In fact, Vedas are books of life. And this book is a Paurushaya. That is, the Vedas were never written by a human being. Vedas are also known as Shruti because our sages heard all those mantras, and through sages those mantras reached their disciples through Shravana or through the medium of listening. This knowledge that was heard and seen by the sages is known as the Veda. Then the entire knowledge was divided into 4 sections, creating 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samved and the Atharv Veda.
Baba, there are 4 Vedas. But what about Vedatrayi?
Vedas have also been divided on the basis of prose poetry and song. Poetry is called Rik, prose is called Yajus, and the song has been given the name of Sam. This trinity of poetry, prose and songs is called Vedatrayi.
Dear Prince, let me tell you, the Bharatiya mind can never be tempted by the great conquerors of the world. The wealthy merchants, or even the legendary heroes blessed with great qualities.
Then what is it that fascinates the Bharatiya mind, Panditji?
Only those who have the capacity to conquer their own senses, and those who possess purity. That is why the Bharatiya mind is attracted to the fakir, who may be poor, but pure and holy. It is attracted by the sage who is constantly engaged in the worship of the Atma.
There is something that I don't understand, Panditji. Despite centuries of war and slavery, how come this country survived?
Dear Prince, the country survived because Bharatiya culture is held together by the principle of the spiritual unity that is the cornerstone of all humanity. That is why, in spite of the internal and external wars, this country thrived because it spread the message of the immortality of the soul to the coming generations that was thus kept alive in their minds. The science of the soul is the strength of this country. It is its underlying character. Not everybody here was a great philosopher or of a spiritual temperament. Neither did they desist from availing the pleasures of material joys. Yet there is something in the air here that sooner or later everybody asks this question to himself. Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? And if he ever forgets this question for some reason, then the fakirs of this land, the saints and the dervishes remind him of the question, ask yourself, who are you?
यस्य प्रसादात् भवमङ्गलार्था प्रसूत गङ्गोपनिषत् विशुद्धा समर्पयामो गुरुचिन्मयाय भूयात् प्रसन्नः स शिवस्वरूपः